What's up everybody? Welcome back to TechMark Gaming and Reviews. In today's video, we're going to be checking out Forza Horizon 6 running on the ROG Xbox Ally, and honestly, it's kind of crazy because I don't even own an actual Xbox console. This is one of the easiest ways to jump into Xbox games handheld style and still have a great time. Today, I'm going to be showing you guys how it performs in handheld mode and in docked mode so we can see what this device is really capable of. In the meantime, let's go ahead and get into it. Alright, so first let's talk about the handheld mode settings. If we head over to options and scroll down to video, you guys can see that I'm running at 1920 by 1080 with the frame rate being locked at 30 frames per second. Everything else is left alone because honestly, the system has a default profile created through Armory Crate and Xbox. And when it comes down to graphics and performance, the settings are left at low just to keep the gameplay smooth and stable when we're not plugged in. As I stated, if we look in the Armory Crate tab, we have a default profile that's already set up. The only thing that I changed was the resolution from 720p to 1080p because I want a little bit more detail and sharpness when I'm driving around the map. Alright, in the meantime, let's go ahead and jump into some gameplay so we can see how this performs in handheld mode.
Tell me about it. Thanks for waiting.
Alright, so as you guys can see, the game actually plays pretty well overall. Once you start getting into larger open areas with a lot of trees, traffic, and environmental effects, you might notice a little bit of frame drops every once in a while, maybe about 3 to 4 frames at a time. But honestly, it still feels playable. Personally, this is what I expect from a handheld gaming PC. I'm not expecting full desktop or console level performance, but for this base model ROG Xbox Ally, this definitely does a great job with keeping everything around 25 to 30 frames per second consistently. Alright, so we're going to move over to the dock setup. As you guys can see, I don't have a full USB dock right now, but I'm using a USB hub connected directly to the ROG Ally's Thunderbolt port. From there, it's hooked up to my curved Amzfast gaming monitor. If you guys want to see a full in-depth review, then I'll leave a card in the top right corner of this video and a link in the description. And as far as the dock settings go, I pretty much left everything alone. Once I connected it to the monitor, I noticed that it tried to go to 60 frames per second, but personally, I just lowered it back to 30 frames per second just because that's where everything felt the most smoothest and stable. I also left the Armory Crate profile untouched since the build and performance settings is already set, and it does a pretty good job of optimizing the game. Alright, let's go ahead and get into some docked gameplay so you can see how this performs.
How was your maiden flight through that danger zone? Smooth landing? That was a PR stunt, so try and find them all.
No way. You still haven't said what we're starting with.
If Kirina wants the best of Yuji's Oppo, deliver exactly that. No making it easy. We surely make any car extraordinary. Fast project, Nissan Gloria, my own luxury and comfort car. But not if I want to get anywhere fast. It's all about relaxing with focus on the radio.
So, comfort, but at speed is our goal?
Yes, I like that. Comfort at speed. Very good, Cable. Now follow me. I'll show you the way.
Their order delivered with a particular flair. Think of something out of the box and give it all you got.
Alright, so after spending some time with the docked gameplay setup, I can definitely say that this feels a lot smoother compared to the handheld mode. It does a better job staying consistently around 30 frames per second. Depending on the location, you can even see a higher frame rate at times. Now if you're driving through the city or areas with a lot of environmental detail like forest or heavy traffic, you might notice a little frame drops here and there, but honestly, it's nothing crazy. Overall, I think the ROG Xbox Ally base model does a really great job, especially if you're trying to enjoy Xbox games without buying the full Xbox console. Forza Horizon 6 is definitely a great game for racing fans, car enthusiasts, or honestly anybody trying to get into car culture and just have a good time cruising around. If you guys want to see me test out more games on the ROG Xbox Ally, then drop me a comment below, and if you found this video valuable, be sure to smash that like button and subscribe to TechMark Gaming so I can be recommended to more gamers and tech enthusiasts like yourself. In the meantime, I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care. Deuces.